more than just a backup. To understand LaVonta Bentley's Clemson career, you should first familiarize yourself with the linebacker room he occupied for 4 years.
What's going on, Kansas City? With the 86th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Trenton Simpson, linebacker, Clemson.
Didn't play linebacker until his junior year in high school. He was a running back, super coachable, great kid, 6'2", 235 with 4.
LaVonta Bentley arrived at Clemson in the summer of 2019, entering an extremely talented linebacker room. The most notable, Isaiah Simmons, a nickel Sam linebacker, Butkus Award winner, the first Clemson player in the award's 35-year history to earn it, a unanimous All-American, only the 6th in Clemson's history, an ACC Defensive Player of the Year, who would go on to become an 8th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, selected by the Arizona Cardinals. Bentley, an inside linebacker who prefers to play at the Mike position but can also play will, would find both spots already taken by veterans. At the time, the starter at Mike linebacker was James Skalski, one half of a duo that head coach Dabo Swinney called the Bruise Brothers. Skalski had already been at Clemson for 3 years when Bentley arrived and would remain as the starter for an additional 3 years before moving on to declare for the 2022 NFL Draft. At will was starter Chad Smith, who earned his starting role as a 5th-year senior.
How about Chad Smith, 5th-year senior? Never started a game ever at Clemson until this year. Got 2 degrees. He graduated a couple years. He could have left 2 years ago. He graduated so early, but he stayed at Clemson. He stayed the course. He hung in there, kept believing in himself, kept working, and here he is getting MVP on a stage like this tonight, 12 tackles. I mean, he's the epitome of what our program's all about.
It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, kind of got to pinch myself. Just being here 5 years, early enrolled, just maximizing my opportunities and my time here at Clemson.
Smith's backup and next in line was Baylon Spector, who had been on the team for 2 years prior to Bentley's arrival and would remain for an additional 3 years, starting at weak side linebacker in 2020 and 2021, before also declaring for the 2022 NFL Draft. 2022 would mark the first season since LaVonta Bentley's arrival at Clemson in 2019 that 2 positions in the linebacker room were seemingly wide open. Competing for the vacated spots were Trenton Simpson, a 5-star prospect who, in 2020, flipped his commitment from Auburn to Clemson. Simpson was a returning starter at the Sam linebacker position, but would be switched to will linebacker. Jeremiah Trotter Jr., a 5-star prospect and son of an NFL All-Pro linebacker, arrived at Clemson in 2021. As a freshman, Trotter Jr. played in 13 games. Also in the room was Barrett Carter, another 2021 Clemson arrival and 5-star prospect. Hailing from Georgia, Carter was ranked as the 17th overall player in the nation by 24/7 Sports, the second best linebacker in the nation, and 3rd best overall player in Georgia. As a freshman at Clemson, Carter played in 12 games and had 1 start. He was also the first Clemson player on record to wear number 0. That was the room that LaVonta Bentley was a part of. He remained committed and trusted the process. Following, we'll take a look at LaVonta Bentley's football career leading up to his decision to enter the transfer portal.
Tries to make a play, rolls in the direction that he's got 3 receivers, escapes the rush for now, and not for long. He'll be knocked down, sacked on 4th down, chased down by LaVonta Bentley.
This is an out. Watch these backers fly on 4th down. 17 right there, almost comes up with it, and then Bentley finishes it off right there.
Throw it out flat.
Speed. Oh! Who was that?
That, my friend, was LaVonta Bentley.
Well, hello, LaVonta Bentley.
Different with you, it seems like, this year. What's going on?
It's just a drive, like it's personal. It's your personal, not just because like the players that I had in front of me last year, just for myself. Like I feel like I'm the oldest in the room, so I got to be the leader and step up for the young guys and just be there for them.
When you've had your chances, especially even starting last year against Georgia, you can lay a lick on somebody. Do you take pride in those sticks?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's what the game about. Just try to, hurt somebody, but do it in between the lines. Like I said, it's personal, so just go out there and knowing that I can make that contact and bring that power, and then knowing that they can remember that after the game, they'll be like, oh yeah, he comes.
So since you've been here, what's your favorite hit?
That reminds you of Malamaldo with the hair, too. Hardman pulls it down and got stood up. I believe that was Skalski. No, it wasn't Skalski. It was LaVonta Bentley.
Great to see those backers. I saw LaVonta Bentley. Man, does he look like a linebacker out there?
I'll just say self-driven. Just not. I say my background, like being home. Everyone has a why, and my why is like to help my mom out. Be that guy in the household that they look up to, my nephew, niece, and everyone. So just to put that work in over here, and hopefully I can make it to the NFL and set my family up. So just to have that self-driven, all about the process, like putting in the work. So that's my main thing.
How far back does that go? I guess to go to the NFL. Is that something you're thinking about?
That's what I grew up on.
What's your favorite position?
Middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker, okay.
Robinson and I went to high school together. And I'm going to tell you something, man. You guys are some good-looking athletes, man. We wish we would have had the program that you guys had or have now in high school. Tell me what do y'all do in the weight room, man? God,
work. Summer workouts every day. Workout, run, condition. Just gotta grind.
So what y'all benching? Tell me what you're benching in the weight room.
I've been 305 pounds.
305 pounds, man. High school guys.
That's almost more than you, Chris.
Well, yeah, they can pick me up, man. They can bench me.
325.
325? Wow, man. And that's what I'm saying. We didn't have that type of, I probably can't even lift 100 pounds. Now, who are the leaders of the team?
Well, me, Corey Dudley, LaVonta Bentley, and another one of our O-line, my senior, Javier Ankrum.
Javier Ankrum name sounds familiar.
Normal name?
Now listen, let me ask you guys this. The time that you guys put in during the summer, what did y'all actually do during the summer besides lift weights?
We bond. Instead of going home instead of staying at home and just sitting at home, laying down, we'll go to each other's house, or we'll go before the season started, we went on a bonding trip. We went out of town to work out and practice, 3 times a day.
Okay.
But in between the practices, we all got to know each other more. We all got to bond with the coaches, come together as the team and the family.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me some of the schools, Corey, I know Coach Rob named a few, and
well, Tennessee at Chattanooga, Jacksonville State University, Samford University, and Jackson State Mississippi University.
Jackson State. Coach at Jackson State. Well, of course, I know Gramblin's going to be there, you know. Gramblin's going to always be there in Parker's future. What about you? I know, even though you're a junior, some people still.
Yeah, I've been having a couple schools come, but they can't talk to me.
Okay. They can understand and evaluate.
A few questions.
Mm-hmm.
I trust the process and I'm ready to commit. Go Tigers!
Go Tigers! Where's Coach at?
Of your linebackers, especially your freshman linebackers, those guys, any of those guys kind of standing out to you, saying maybe he's got a chance?
Oh, nobody, like our whole defense, nobody's standing out to me right now. So I think those guys are doing good. You know, been proud of them. They've come in here and they're tough guys. They're fearless. They run around and got good instincts and willing to be led and show some maturity. Kane and Keith and LaVonta. Brighton's he's hurt. So those guys are, you know, getting baptized, and you know, it's fun. We're developing chemistry and cohesion and those kind of things right now during camp, and you see that every day. You're just kind of chopping away at that.
What do you expect out of your freshman linebackers when you bring them in? What are you looking for them to do?
See if they'll run and hit early. See, you know, how much they can retain. Try to evaluate where their instincts are, the ability to find the football.
COVID replacement game. That is the year 2020.
Oh, it cannot end soon enough. Kenny Pickett swung down, tried to step up into the pocket, but did not escape.
LaVonta Bentley, a backup guy down the depth chart, is going to be able to get in here. Comes right up the middle and just keeps fighting. Beats the starting left guard, Bryce Hargrove. Those are fresh legs on some of those defenders right now.
Second sack of the year for the redshirt freshman.
Hey, LaVonta, Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Had a great game on Saturday. You had another sack and, of course, forced that fumble. Were you expecting to be able to make this big a splash so quickly your freshman year?
To be honest, I was just trying to go along with the game plan. And, I mean, I know I'm physical, so I just trying to make, each play that I can get an opportunity. So
yards, I gotta let it stand.
So first and goal, Holston in the game. They fake it, and Tatum takes a big shot, earns a yard gain to the 5. Bentley has been active tonight. He's one of the guys that's a reserve, but it reflects the talent, the depth of this Clemson defense.
Yeah, he is a physical presence when he gets out there. Doesn't have quite the length that some of the other backers like Kane Patterson and Jake Venables when they come in for Skowski. Bentley will rotate in, a lot of times in for Spector.
From Birmingham, redshirt freshman.
Performance by LaVonta tonight, in on a couple of sacks. Is he just playing with a whole different confidence level right now?
He got in and did really well. He's still growing up systematically, and he's done a great job. He knows how to blitz. I know that. He's done well. He's very disruptive. He's got great power and strength, and closes to the ball well. He's got concrete in his helmet. Very heavy-handed guy. So I'm really proud of Vontae.
Are backed up. They got to get this play off.
Play clock winding down. Still time to get it off, and they do. And Yates flushed out of the pocket and falls forward for a yard. Well, that Clemson pass rush can be nasty. LaVonta Bentley made the stop. Play clock down to 3. With 2, they snap it, and they run the option. They try to go back to the Paul Johnson days, and LaVonta Bentley was ready for it. A 7-yard loss.
Yeah, well, Clemson showed one thing. They checked to the option, and then they just drop out. And Bentley does an awesome job stringing out that play, forcing the pitch, and then making the tackle on the sideline.
You mentioned LaVonta Bentley after the game in terms of Skowski came back. And, were you anticipating him being a starter this year if Skowski didn't come back? And how much has Bentley learned behind a guy like Skowski?
Well, he can play Mike or Will, so he would have had the opportunity to compete to be the starter, but he would have had to go earn it. But LaVonta, he's just such a great example to everybody on the team, in being ready. He's a redshirt sophomore, so he comes in, he redshirts, got a lot to learn. Redshirt freshman, he's a special teams guy, and you got veteran guys in front of him. And I always say, what are you doing when nobody's paying attention? What are you doing when nobody's watching? Are you preparing for your opportunity, or are you just, distracted? And LaVonta's one of those guys that every rep is his rep. That's kind of the mentality he's always had. Every rep is his rep, whether he's in there or not. He's always listening. He's always paying attention. He is about his business. He's definitely one of the most respected guys on this team. He's that way in the weight room. He's that way with his academics. He's that way with his meetings. He's that way with his practice habits. I mean, he's just an incredibly committed young man. And, you know, when you have that and you're talented, it's just a matter of time. And, you know, what a great example of being ready. You know, they were saying, it says, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And he's one of those guys that stays ready. And, you know, he's not a powder. He's not, you know, he's just about his business. And it was awesome to see him, you know, literally find out in the locker room after pregame that, hey, you're up. And what a game. He's the ACC linebacker of the week. So, you know, that just shows you the depth of his preparation when nobody's watching and what he's been doing the last couple of years to prepare for an opportunity. So really proud of him, and so is his team, because, you know, again, he's just that way in everything he does. He's just about his business.
With that crowded depth chart in the Mike and the Will, with so many sort of like third-year guys in your program, guys that have been around, that preparation, is there something else about Bentley that separated him from sort of the rest of those guys that are about his age?
Yeah, just he's been more consistent, you know. I mean, he's just out-competed, not out-competed. He's just had a little bit more consistent performance in the practices and scrimmages and those type of things. I mean, all those guys are good players, for sure. McGuire got in there, did a few good things, and I don't think Kane got in there, but, man, I love Kane Patterson. I mean, he's a kid that can play. But it was just, you know, it's just kind of where Jake's been out. You know, Jake's a guy we trust a lot as well. But, you know, just next man up.
You ended up leading in tackles. I guess, how do you evaluate your performance?
I say it was great. I supposed to make those plays and things like that. But it was mostly like God. Like I had said like the week before, what I should do if I go out there and get the opportunity to play like a lot. How many tackles, you know, write it down. And I know I had said like 15 tackles I'll try to get. And God put that plan aside versus South Carolina State game and like made 13 tackles the Georgia Tech game. So it was just crazy how everything worked out, but it was God's timing.
How much have you had to be patient? I mean, obviously you redshirted, and obviously Scouts inspector were there, kind of taking up spots. I mean, how much you had to be patient, just kind of work on yourself to make sure you're ready when this opportunity comes?
Oh yeah, so yeah, like it's all about film study and knowing your responsibility. Everything gets a process. Stuff that we do off the field, not being in the room with coach, just taking the time aside to study on your own, and just have those guys like Speck and Jamie to, if I need something or need help on the play, I can go to them and they'll tell me right away. So yeah, it was just a little process, just to know all those things and tackle it. So.
So many Clemson fans know Coach Venables so well. He's just one of those figures that people know. What can you tell them about you? Because maybe they don't know you as well.
Yeah, I'm a football junkie. I love the game. From my very first opportunity at Mississippi State, I've completely immersed myself into trying to learn big picture, learn schemes, learn techniques and fundamentals, and just love being on the field with the players. That's why I got into this profession, to build great men of character through the game of football. And that's the fun part, being around the guys in the locker room every day to me.
You told us you started with the baseball team at Mississippi State. I guess how did you get connected with the football team? Yeah,
growing up, I always knew I wanted to coach college football or work in the NFL. Never knew kind of how that would unfold. Had an opportunity growing up to go to Mississippi State. Started as a baseball manager for Ron Polk, legendary baseball coach there, and you know, just had the opportunity to get my foot in the door with football as a student assistant, and Sylvester Kroom was the head coach there, and Woody McCorvey was the offensive coordinator, Ellis Johnson was our defensive coordinator, and just an opportunity to get my foot in the door and just, you know, put my nose down, stayed quiet, and just worked hard every day.
With your linebackers in the middle, how's that competition going? And I know you're not going to name somebody till the start, but
yeah, definitely.
What's going on there?
Yeah, really pleased from where all four of those guys have been at. You know, all four can run out there game one and feel really confident in their ability, and hope to be able to play all four of them, you know, as much as they earn the right to play and all. But you know, they've been focused. They're really accountable, really great kids. They show up every day with the right mindset, and that's all I can ask of them. And they've been bought in and really dialed in and doing what we asked them to do.
Those four are?
Yeah, Keith McGuire, Trotter, LaVonta Bentley, and Trenton Simpson.
What is the end goal of all this? Like, to get rich? To make a living doing this? Or?
Man, nah, you can't stop me. You can't stop me, I brought my rap. Can't stop me, I make you feel my rap. Can't stop me, I brought my flow. Can't stop me, better act like you know. If you really wanna go there, we can take it there. I got my new fit on like I don't care. See, I'm dressed up and I'm draped down.
And if you don't believe, you're in the wrong room. If you don't want it, you're in the wrong room. If you're not willing to work, you're in the wrong room. Ain't got time to wait on you to get it right. We're going to get guys who want it right now. Where are my grad transfers? Right now. Why you came?
Play.
When?
No.
How bad you want it?
Bad.
When you came, when you been?
I'm trying to play. I'm trying to feed my family.
Right now?
No.
Is it two guys in your group that have earned their number so far?
There are two guys in my group that have earned their number. LaVonta Bentley, the transfer from Clemson. He was the first one. He's been doing excellent in camp. He's gotten better every single day. He's became the leader in our room.
Saying that you've really come out
as the leader of that group. What part of your game kind of presents that leadership role? And overall, how do you feel like you've been assimilating this group?
I'll say, coming from Clemson, being around, great athletes over time, just learning from them, transforming to coming over here, just, getting a bigger role. So I got to be a leader on and off the field. But I say my style of play, just hustling to the ball, like effort, like that's you versus you. So, guys seeing you put the work in and seeing you get to the ball, that make them want to do it. And also I say the knowledge. Like I said, like over time, like the more plays that you do, practice, day in, day out, like it's just stuck in your head. And like the game is the game. Like you'll see the stuff on the field, on the schemes and everything like that. So it just like, I say repetition really over time.
Okay, here comes LaVonta Bentley down to 3 and 2 and 1. Hey, Buff Nation, voice of the Bus, Mark Johnson, introducing you to the brand new Buffaloes for the 2023 football season. LaVonta Bentley, he's out of Alabama. That's where he grew up. Came here from Clemson, and now you're at Colorado Buffalo. Tell us how that journey all worked out for you.
Man, it's been a blessing. It's been hard, just to, weigh your option when we was in the portal. But just being around great coaches, being real with you, and knowing this about business, like they ain't trying to hide anything, and they want guys like me to come in and change everything. So I'm just happy to be here, blessed.
You played at Clemson. You know what high-level football is about. What do you bring to the Colorado Buffaloes, do you think, here for 2023?
Like I said, I'm a hard hitter. I go see ball, I go get ball. That's what I say. And just the electricity, from just doing what I do, running sideline to sideline, that feed on to the defense, because you got to bring the juice. So that's what I'm, here for.
See ball, get ball. That's got to be, in fact, every linebacker should have that tattooed on him someplace, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. Yes, sir, I agree.
It's words to live by if you're a linebacker. Love it. Can't wait to see LaVonta Bentley on the field this fall for the Colorado Buffaloes.
Let me let my family ask you some questions, boy. Because they've been wanting, I'm talking about, man, they've been waiting on you. And I don't want to hold your time, man. But do not let me leave without getting, there she go right there. Appreciate it, Cheryl C. Boy, she been waiting on you. She said, I'm looking forward to seeing you start all season. You are the Louis bag. You're a dog. What are your goals for the season? And being from Clemson, how familiar are you with the new teammates from Florida State?
Oh, yeah. So my goals, man, crazy part, man. I wrote my goals down when I got down here January 14th.
Yeah.
As far as like what I just want to do. And I said, like, I want to go for 150 plus to 200 tackles. Like, I do that. That's going to be.
Oh, wow.
And I don't want to say it's not possible because anything is possible. God already been showing me and stuff like that. So, I just been trying to speak it, manifest it, like speak it out there, because once you speak it out there, all them little cells like don't move their energy to that. So I said 150 plus tackles.
Yeah.
I said 4 forced fumbles. 7 sacks. I'm quick. I can close that gap on the quarterback quick. Then I said like 4 interceptions. Like I said, I know it's possible, and I do that. I'm trying to get there and all out. Like I'm trying to get to the lead. That's my plan. I know some guys probably just play football just to get school. Like I got my degree. I got my degree and stuff, but that's what I'm trying to do. Like it's just more than me. Like it's bigger than me. So
yeah,
that's really my stats. And I also said like the Buckets. I want to win the Buckets Award, All Pac-12 Linebacker of the Year type deal. And like that's what I've been saying, and I've been telling some of my teammates and roommates like we had these talks like what we want to do, like this what we got to do and stuff like that. So that's what it is. And also the second question you said like familiar with some guys from Florida State.
Yeah, because you played against them.
Oh yeah, man. They cool, man. We all on the same mission. Like we chop it up, you know. It is what it is. Like it's what they know what we coming to do. So like we be talking about like, yeah, man, we play each other.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, they good people though.
T said, "What game are you looking forward to the most?"
All of them.
All of them out the gate.
Real.
Hey, No Sky Zone said, "What players, if you want to talk about it, what players have you taken up under your wings so far?"
I say mostly all the linebackers that was in the room, especially like the young freshmen that was there. Like I just try to nip in the bud like some motivation. Like I'm big on trust the process. Like that's TTP my brand, and I'm big on that. So I'll throw that out there on somebody quick, no matter if you just got here or something like that. Like because it's bigger. Like man, you look back at life, like you know, growing up doing youth football and stuff like that. Yeah, and just being from Birmingham, like man, it's just so much stuff that goes on, and I'm not on the other side of town and stuff like that. I'm in the middle of this, like I'm in the trenches with this. Like I see these folks every day, and it just with God, like I said, the process with God showing you, like that's all it is. Like it be a process. So I just be nipping it out there to all the players, really. So I ain't say no certain player on the wing, but
right. Big Juju said, "Who do you see as your biggest competition when it comes to your fellow players?" Basically, who motivating you, man, to get you going out there?
Like I said, all along, like we got new dudes. We moving people around to linebacker room and stuff like that. And got some more linebackers coming in, so it's all along, man. I ain't taking nothing for granted. But like I said, man, I'm trying to go out there and ball. I'm trying to start. That's the main thing. Like put all that together, man,
and ball. Man, listen, I feel you. I'm right there with you. Like I said, I ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Cheryl C said, "Bentley, will your dress code presentation be featured on the pregame show soon? And can you tell us about your brand, Trusted Product?" I was gonna say that too. Cheryl, you was on the money, girl.
You can say the first question again.
She said,
the dress code.
About the dress code presentation. Will it be featured on the pregame show soon?
Probably so. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, probably. But my brand, man, I've been saying that since middle school, as far as like just listening to Inge Johnson, stuff like that, man. And it hit me. Like when I say, I think different. That's right. I mean, I be thinking deep, and because I just know like how life is, and like it stuck to me. Like once I heard it, like process, and I've been saying it, like I said, since middle school. But as soon as I got into high school, I was saying TTP, trust the process. But I be saying it in a way that, and I'm tired of you saying that, but it's stuck in your head. So now it's like when I post pictures of some guys are coming TTP. The process, like they know that's what it is, and like I said, man, it stuck with me, like really. And that's what